It's the last one.
That's crazy.
Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality usually, but you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay, we are drinking coffee out of a chili mug. What else is new? It's either chili or flowers.
Ooh. And my name is Aneesa Logan, also known as Sam DMV, also known as Sam de Monteverde, your fellow friendly 5'3", trans non-binary Filipino-Canadian, mentally unstable hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough if you want to be specific. Whoa, Burn if you want to be more specific than that. And today in my cup...
I'm never prepared for this.
You really aren't, but yes, you can get your very own mug from the cup.
I still have to order my...
Logan, what are you waiting for?
Bills.
Okay. I feel that.
Full tea. Bills.
Okay, but inside it, we do have some strawberry sparkling water from Bubbly.
Have you seen, on a side note, have you seen on TikTok that lady that makes crack tea?
I've heard of her.
So I made my own crack tea today, or last night. And it's strawberry tangerine. And then I add a little bit of sparkling water into it to make it kind of sparkly, but not really. It is so good.
It sounds really good.
It also is like 170 milligrams of caffeine per cup. Per like tumbler. But no, it's pretty great. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to conclude our national selection season. And I mean, of course, it has to be Melfest. There's no other fitting way to end the season than to do Melfest. We ended with Melfest last year. We're going to end with Melfest this year. Heats have completed, and we are filming this a few days before the semi-final, gearing up for the final next weekend. So we're going to talk about the 8 semi-finalists as well as the 8 automatic finalists for Melodifestivalen for Sweden. Sweden doing Sweden things.
Sweden doing things, yeah.
I will be honest and say I have not listened to the bulk of the songs from Melfest this year.
Okay.
I have listened, obviously, to the ones we're talking about today, and I've listened to a few sporadically from people that did not qualify out of the heats.
Yep. I think I can say the same where I've seen clips from those who didn't qualify. Yeah. And then obviously I've listened to like the songs that we will be talking about today.
Mm-hmm. I think there's 2, at least for me, that I was a little upset didn't qualify. One of them being Victoria.
I was thinking, yeah, my eyes were on Victoria too.
The song was good. I've listened to the song. It was good. She just was in a really like interesting heat. And then the other one for me personally, just as a huge fan, Lulu Lamont unfortunately did not qualify out of her heat. Formerly, I don't know if they're still together, the mamas. I don't know if they are still a thing. But she did help with the 0 out of 4 Eurovision 2020 returnee trying to go to Eurovision 2023. She was part of that 0 out of 4. Yeah. So we're gonna dive into the semifinalists first. We have a running order for the semifinals, so we're gonna go in that running order, and then we're gonna talk about the finalists. First, the second place finalists, and the first place finalists. And then we're going to rank all of the songs. All 16 songs are eligible to be ranked wherever. I know I personally have all of the finalists as part of my ranking. I know Aneesa does not.
I have one that I left out, and it is just a taste thing.
Then I think I know which one I think I know which one it is now.
Yeah.
But yes, so. And obviously, Melfest does what Melfest does. It's the televote situation. The The final is 50-50 televote and international jury. That is to be recognized. But with that being said, shall we dive in?
We shall. Let's get into it.
Great. We are starting off with Theoz, Melodifestivalen. Now, Theoz was one of our favorites from last year. This is his second time competing at Melfest. Last year competed with Somme de Ville, which is one of my favorite songs from last year's national selections. He did qualify for the final last year. He placed 7th with 65 points total. This year he competed. I meant to have this up
with Melodifestivalen.
Melodifestivalen, More of You in English. He competed in Heat 2, qualified 3rd out of 7 with 78 points.
I really like this.
It's so good.
It's really good.
I did not realize he was 17.
Wait.
17.
As of this recording, let's say.
As of his birthday is in July.
Oh.
Which means he was 16 last year, and that's even more impressive. Like it seems like, and I don't know what his performance background is like. It feels like he's been performing for ages.
Yeah.
Like he's just so natural on stage. And that was the big thing with this song. The charisma is just oozing out of this man.
Absolutely. Yup. His energy was truly infectious. Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't, every time like I watched it and listened, I couldn't help but like smile and kind of like jump up and down in my seat kind of thing. Like this would be something I would love to see live. Mm-hmm. And I am going this year. We're gonna try and get tickets to Eurovision. So if this is the one for Sweden, I would love to see it.
Okay. Let's just all be really honest. I think we all know who's winning.
We all know who's winning.
I think we all know who's winning. We'll talk about it. But on the off chance something happens and Theoz wins, sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think we will see him at Eurovision sometime in the next 10 years. Like yeah. I feel very, very confident in that. But yeah, no, this song is really good. The vibe is cool. I love the chorus. Like it all just comes together. A great key change. Among a lot of not so great key changes that we will discuss.
I will say, I don't know if it was needed. I don't think it was. I don't think it was, but it was still great.
Yeah.
The staging's great too. Yeah.
My only fear for him is that he's opening the semifinal.
Yep.
That's my only fear. Mm-hmm. But overall, spectacular.
Wonderful. Amazing job, Theoz.
Yeah. We're going to move next to Mariette. The song is One Day. Now, this is her 5th time competing at Melfest. Her first time was in 2015 with the song Don't Stop Believing, and she came in 3rd in the final. 2017, she competed with a song called A Million Years and placed 4th in the final. She then competed in 2018 with the song For You and got 5th in the final. And her most recent appearance at Melfest was 2020. The song was Shout It Out, and she came in 10th in the final.
And she also every prior to today, or prior to this year, every single time she has competed, she has won the heat.
She's won her heat. That is correct. This year, the song One Day, she competed in Heat 4, which I'm going to be honest was the most competitive heat.
It was very competitive.
For a lot of reasons. She came 4th in Heat 4 with 56 points.
I like it.
I really enjoy this song a lot.
No, this is a great song.
What does it for me is the vocal. Her vocal is incredibly
her
wonderful.
conviction is everything.
Mhm. I love this. I wrote skate park staging.
The stage,
not in the most loving way, but like the ramp of it all, like
it's
I
them
it
sliding
really
down the stage.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a really, really big fan of it. I mean, it's a good classic Eurovision anthemic song.
Mhm.
Therefore, I'm probably a fan. She's got a great live vocal. Everything just really came together for me for this performance. Kind of surprised she got 4th, if I'm being honest.
Right.
I mean, I see who else is in her semi-final, but like, or in her heat, but like, and I also want to point out, only qualified by 1 point.
Oh.
She almost did not qualify. She received 56 points, and Axel Schallstrom, who has competed at Melfest before, received 55 points.
Wow.
And it by far it's the closest margin of qualification. Like no one is even close to that. I'm gagged this almost didn't qualify. I didn't know that prior to just looking it up right now. But I'm very happy it did. I love this song a lot. So next up is Victor Crone.
It is Victor Crone.
It's Victor Crone. He's competing.
He's very cute. Like he's always been.
You may recognize him as the 2019 Eurovision representative, not for Sweden, but for Estonia. I believe his parents are Estonian and Swedish. So that makes
I believe
sense.
so, yes.
Yeah, Victor competed in 2019 for Estonia with the song Storm, received 76 points and 20th place at the final. His most recent Melfest appearance was in 2020 with the song Troubled Waters. Came second in his heat and placed 9th at the final. This year, Victor competed in Heat 1, coming 3rd with 80 points.
It's not my favorite song of the bunch, unfortunately.
It's also not my favorite song of the bunch. I mean no disrespect to the people that wrote this song. I don't know who did. It's bland. It's really bland.
I think that's what it was for me. Like I put in my notes.
It's he's a co-writer. I don't feel nearly as bad.
it was missing a punch for me.
It's missing a lot of things.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got a great voice. Like,
I mean,
there's no denying that. I think what really, from the climax on, that's when I was really kind of hooked into it. Otherwise, I was just like, it feels like every other song. Honestly, the bridge is my favorite part about it because that feels like it was a lot more different, and then he climaxed to it.
And he bailed out of that high note so hard. He said, I'm not hitting that note. I'm bailing after like 3 seconds. Oh, yeah. He had his pitchy moments. I thought the vocal overall was fine. I said that it's a slightly generic, but overall like catchy chorus. What underwhelmed me was the staging. Yeah. Is that why I feel so underwhelmed? Like it might be. I don't know. It just all didn't come together for me. It didn't come together for me either, unfortunately. Who else was in this heat?
We also had Sekelius, we had John Henrik Fjällgren, Ark North featuring Adam Wood, we had Elov.
This did better than Lulu Lamont. I'm sorry. Well, so Lulu didn't do that great. Love you, Lulu, but your song was slightly more generic than this one.
Up next.
Up next, we have Tennessee Tears. The song is Now I Know. This is their first time competing at Melfest, making the semifinal. Good for them. They competed in Heat 2, placing 4th out of 7 with 69 points.
I like this.
Are
you going to do it? Are you going to do it?
Actually, yeah, I am. Oh no. Yeah, it's going to be perfectly inoffensive for me. I don't love it. And I love country music. And I'm always so happy whenever good country music is represented in these national selections. For me, my biggest difficulty is I did not feel like the majority of their harmonies worked. I felt like he was a half step too low and she was a half step too high. And it didn't, or like it was one or the other for me. And I couldn't tell listening to it.
I think, okay. I mean, I understand where you're coming from there. To me, they sounded fine. It was just, I think the harmonies had a lot more power than the actual melody of the song. And that kind of took away from it for me. And I feel like that's kind of where your head's at with it. They both have nice voices. And
I didn't love his voice.
Sure.
I'm going to be honest. I thought, I don't know. You would think that this is a song that I would be all over and that I would absolutely adore and like that,
right.
like all of that. It didn't come together for me, unfortunately. Like
Sure.
Yeah, it didn't all come together.
Honestly, my favorite part of it was the bridge when it got kind of.
I will agree.
And then it started climbing up.
Yeah. I love the staging.
I love
the staging. Is honestly my favorite part. I don't dislike this song by any means of the imagination. I just wish things were a little bit different.
Sure.
I also felt like he was a little sharp throughout most of the performance. That might actually be what my
I think it was on both their parts. I did find pitch issues.
That might be why I'm a little like I haven't listened to the studio version of this, and maybe if I listen to the studio, I might like it.
Right.
But that's that. Next in the semifinal running order is Elov and Beny. The song is Raggen, I believe. Raggen.
Raggen.
Oh, is it Gord? I was off. I didn't get a solid English translation of the title.
I think it's rock and roll or something like that.
Oh.
It's okay. So on Eurovision World, it says the rag is rolling.
Yeah, that's where I'm confused. Regardless, they competed in Heat 1, placing 4th out of 7 with 43 points.
Okay. I like the staging.
The staging is the best part.
I'll agree. And then just below that, I think the best part musically was the rap.
I think the best part musically was the backing singers.
The whistling was cute too.
Those backup singers and backup dancers were doing the Lord's work.
They were.
Because this was not it.
I feel like it was trying really hard to be Ini Diman, and it never worked.
There's a lot of people in this selection that are trying to be other people. We'll discuss it later. They're trying really, really hard to be Ini Diman when there's someone later we'll talk about who does do that vibe very, very well for me.
Yes.
The rapping and the call and response was cute. this is not my favorite song by any means of the imagination.
I'll agree with that.
And I honestly think if it was in any other heat, it may not have qualified.
Agreed.
I think we can move along to Melanie Wehbe. Wehbe.
Melanie Wehbe? Wehbe?
I'm going to say Webb. I'm going to say Melanie Webb. Melanie Webb, I am committing. If that's not how your name is pronounced, Melanie, I'm so sorry. Melanie. Just Melanie. The song is For the Show. This is also her debut at Melfest.
First
So,
time?
what?
Oh, no, nothing. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. This is her debut at Melfest. She competed in Heat 3, taking 4th place with 57 points.
I love this. I really like this.
How this got 4th, I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. I'm looking through this heat.
This is a masterpiece.
How did this? Okay, no, I'm looking through like the songs in this heat as well.
This is a masterpiece,
how did this get 4th?
And I'm mad.
Truly,
I'm mad. This is a masterpiece. She has one of my favorite voices I have heard in this entire national selection year.
Yeah. You know,
there's actually two people in this selection that I said that about in my notes.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
So it starts out with our lovely contralto.
And I knew you would love that.
Yeah. She sang those low notes really well. They're very clear. And then right off the bat, kind of right into the first chorus, you get kind of this whole belt out of it too. And then we get like past the bridge, and she goes even higher than that, still belting.
And then she goes, "Oh, don't worry. I have a high note I can pull out of my back pocket." And hits it perfectly. And this staging is everything. So simple.
So simple.
So effective.
Yeah.
It's so good.
My only thing, I don't know if it was just me. There was just something that felt a bit off about the melody, specifically in the choruses.
She was a little flat. I think that may have been a little bit of it. I wanted a little bit more substance out of the chorus, personally. But yeah, no,
Yeah. That's really my only critique. Otherwise, everything else about the song, perfect.
Hello. Incredible. Next up, our second to last semi-finalist that we will be discussing is Nordman. Släpp, alla sorger is the song we're discussing, or Let Go of All Sorrows. He's competed twice at Melfest. The first time was in 2005. I'm going to butcher this name in Swedish, and I'm so sorry to the people of Sweden. The song is Ödet var min väg. He placed 9th in the final, and his last time competing at Melfest was in 2008. The song was Ila Gorna Sken, and he placed 6th in the final.
I don't like this.
I don't either. What I will say, this is my favorite staging of anything in Melfest that I've seen. And I understand that that's saying that I think this is better than Loreen's staging. I'm very aware of that fact. I stand behind that fact, even though the hamburger is great, and we will discuss it. This is some of my favorite staging I've seen all year.
The staging actually is nice.
The staging is great. I loved that. I literally wrote the coolest staging with the most boring vocals.
Unfortunately, yeah, I think I stand in that similar boat as well. He's got a decent raspy voice. I enjoy the rasp in his voice. And I think my favorite part about it, like musically, was kind of when you get all the chants in there.
Yes.
like, and it's all being sung in unison.
Mhm.
Similar to Indie Demon.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a key change too. Just wanted to acknowledge that.
I wrote not the key change when he can't hit the key. I'm so sorry to this man. I just don't enjoy this song.
I don't enjoy it either.
So we're gonna move along
We will.
to our final semi-finalist. This is Kiana with the song "Where Did You Go." Kiana is a first-timer at Melfest. She competed in Heat 4, placing third with 69 points.
We got some hard hitters in Heat 4.
Heat 4 was rough.
Heat 4 was rough. Because this song's really good too. This song's
it's a great song.
It's a great song.
Did she follow? No, she opened the Heat. Oh, okay. I was like, I feel bad for whoever came before Loreen. It was Axel who almost qualified. This is a fun song. I immediately was like, the drama. I love it. She is the other person that I said has some of my favorite vocals of this year. And I knew you would also like her because the moment she opened her mouth and she was an alto, I was like, oh, Sam's gonna love her.
No, it's not even that. It's her tone. She has an amazing tone.
Good. And with all of that being said, I wish she had a better song.
I agree.
She sells the fuck out of this song.
It's all the light beams for me. The dancers swinging them around.
It's the light beams for me. I wanted them to be green. Honestly, just pull a Cornelia Jacobs and just have them all green.
Otherwise, I wish there were more lyrics, especially in the chorus, than "Where did you go?
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Where did you go?
Where did you go?" You know, I've never enjoyed someone asking "Where did you go?" more than I did in this performance.
I agree.
Yeah, I think this is really fun. I hope she can come back in a future Melfest year with a stronger song.
Yeah.
Because I really think this sort of like pop, like alternative influenced song and like vibe that she's going for, I think could be really, really fun from her, and could be really fun to see from Sweden at Eurovision.
For sure.
But
I think really the only thing I could think of for like in terms of like pop alternative kind of thing is for some reason Anna Bergendahl comes to mind.
Sure. I said this was the Clara Hammerstrom of the year. That's where I went. That's where I went there immediately. I was like, she is the girly pop of the year. Great, love it. So we're gonna move on to our automatic finalists. We're gonna go by heat, starting with the people that came in second place in their heat, which means
we start off our finalists with Sekelius, Rhythm of My Show.
If you follow me on Twitter, which you should, and you should also follow Sam. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I have just such a love for this woman. She last year made history being the first trans woman to compete at Melodifestivalen. Coming back this year when she was announced, I was thrilled. Her song My Way last year came 5th in the final. They had to put her through the freaking semifinal, and you know what? She won the semifinal last year. And this year, she won an automatic spot, which made me just so thrilled and happy. I fucking love this song.
This is an amazing song.
This is probably the song I've listened to the most of any song from Eurovision so far this year.
Sure.
And we only got access to it on streaming platforms like last week.
Right.
Because it took them until the fucking fourth heat for them to release the fucking full versions of all these songs. So I've been listening to a 2-minute clip of this song on Twitter for the last 3 weeks.
That's kind of
Anyway.
crazy. That otherwise, amazing vibe. It major slow-mo energy. And I mean that in the best way possible.
I mean, someone who can say my body, feeling like I am a Van Gogh. Hello.
Also, I feel like she realizes her voice a lot more in this song. Like she I don't know how recent her transition was, but
fairly recent.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't know the exact timeline. It's on YouTube because she is a YouTuber as well, and was prior to her transition. So yeah, I don't know what the timeline is on that. She definitely she feels more in her voice this year. I completely agree with you. My Way is a great, amazing, wonderful,
song.
Fantastic song. This vocal from the Heat, I had no notes.
I didn't have any notes regarding her vocals either. They were
not
amazing.
At all. I was so thoroughly impressed with the vocal because I love you, Tona. There were some issues. There were some pitch issues last year. I think she really took the time, reevaluated things, and came back with a really genuinely strong song. I'm pretty sure she is a co-writer on this.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, she is. Also, you know what got me? The beat drop. It slowed. It like the beat drop. It went slow, and then we went back into the quick, and I was living.
Oh my god, it's so good. The staging is so good. The camera work is so good.
The dancers.
I love Loreen, and we will talk about Loreen shortly. Why did Loreen have to be in this year? This is Eurovision ready, and I think she would slay, especially with the semi-final that Sweden is in. Oh wait, no, they're in the good one. Are they in the good one this year? They're in the good one. Well, I don't know. Regardless, masterpiece, beautiful, goddess, angel, stunning, mother. She mothered so fucking hard here. And I'm going to be really sad when she doesn't win Melfest, but I will be so happy to root for her in whatever she does.
Yes.
So, we're going to move to the second place song from Heat 2, and that's Panetoz with On My Way. They've competed twice at Melfest prior. The first time being in 2014 with the song Efter Solskin, which came 9th in the final. And their most recent appearance was in 2016 with the song Håll om mig hart, which came 8th in the final. This year, they were in Heat 2. Obviously, like I said, placed second with 84 points. This is fun.
I love this.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. They blend together really well.
I just have to take this moment to say I love the one white man in this group. There is something so satisfying for me about the fact that there's one white man in this group.
And seeing him keep up with everyone.
And seeing him keep up. It's just, this is so fun. The rap moment in the bridge is so good.
So good.
It all comes together. It's just a party. And I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I wish there were more dynamics. But in a song like this, I feel like this is kind of a good way, quote unquote, to get away with it. And I don't... But like... Even though it was like energy wise, it was almost like between like 80 and 100 the entire time. I still had a great time listening to it. I would listen to this over and over. I would love to see this live, even though I probably won't. But
you know what you're gonna see live.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna see live, and I would love to see that live too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say. It's a really, really good, solid song.
It's a great song. Yeah,
they're probably gonna do pretty well. So we're gonna move to our second place artist from Heat 3, and that is Paul Ray. The song is Royals. This is not his first time at Melfest.
So his first appearance was in 2020 with Talking in My Sleep, placed 4th in the Heat, and won his second chance battle because Melfest had that kind of format. And then eventually went on to place 6th in the finals. Competed again the year after in 2021 with The Missing Piece. Placed 3rd in the Heat, won their second chance battle, and placed 12th in the grand final.
Out of 12.
Yeah.
This year, like I said, he came second in Heat 3, receiving 85 points total.
I like this.
I enjoy it.
I think this is my pick for Perfectly Solid.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I think I will agree with that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
Sure. Okay. He's got an amazing voice. I don't know if it was intended, but especially in the beginning, you get to hear some kind of gravel in his voice, and I actually really like that part. It almost gave me similar vibes to "Glorious" by Macklemore.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
The vibes are great. I thought he nailed the key change. It was everything to me.
One of the few key changes that worked. I don't think it needed it though. I will be honest.
I will say though, I liked the song better in the second key.
I don't. I think I prefer it in the original, but I understand what you're saying. For me, I don't know if it needed the key change. Why I had you go first is because my comments were kind of negative.
Okay.
I enjoy the song. I think my biggest issue is I just feel like there's too much negative space in the song.
Sure.
Like, I think there could be more lyrically happening. There's a lot of breaks, which is good because his performance, he's dancing and he's all around the stage and the dancers are all around him and it's a really good time. I wish there was a little bit more substance, and the negative space kind of bothered me by the end of the song.
Sure.
But I do think this is a really solid song.
Yeah. So. Also, I love the jackets.
Oh, Paul Ray, if you are out there, hi.
Hi, Paul Ray.
Just saying. All right, and our final runner-up from the Heats. This is the runner-up from Heat 4, Smash Into Pieces. The song is 6 Feet Under. This is their first year.
This is their first year.
I thought they were someone else. Now that I'm thinking about it, I thought they were another band. Yeah. So this is their first year at Melfest. They came second to Loreen, which is great. Good for you. With 79 points in Heat 4.
I don't know about you. I feel like it's fairly obvious for a lot of people to make this comparison, but I'll say it anyways. Major Linkin Park energy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I wrote Linkin Park. I also wrote Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
Specifically in the music.
Yeah, there was something else that's in there like that. It's like Linkin Park meets blank.
It's like if you took the music from an Avenged Sevenfold album and mixed the lyrics and vocals from a Linkin Park song.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this.
I enjoy this too.
I'm gonna say I think this is my favorite rock song we've heard this year. For me, it's either
It's up
this
there.
or Blood and Glitter. Those are the two that I have in mind.
For me, it's Cha 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 right now.
I wouldn't consider that fully rock. Which is why I don't include it in that discussion. It's an enigma on its own, and I can't wait to talk about it further. But I know I really enjoy this. I think because I grew up listening to Linkin Park, Avenged Sevenfold, Nickelback, like those kinds of things. Like, I feel like that's why I really, really enjoy this. The staging.
Was
so cool.
Oh, the staging. Actually, I think they had like one of my favorite stagings. Like I could easily remember the staging.
I'm going to put it top 3. I'm going to say this, Nordman, and the hamburger.
Yes, the hamburger.
Drink every time we mention Loreen before we actually talk about Loreen in this video.
Yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, no, the vibe was so cool. I see why this got second. I'm really happy.
The climax was everything. That climax was not what I was expecting it to be, and it surprised me in the best way possible. He belted that high note so well.
Yeah, completely agree. Great song. Wonderful song. So we're going to move to our first place competitors from each heat. Starting in Heat 1, this is John Henrik Fjällgren, Arc North, featuring Adam Wood with the song Where You Are, Sávežan. Yeah, they won the first heat. While Arc North and Adam Wood have not competed at Melfest before, this is the 4th appearance of John Henrik Fjällgren. First in 2015, placing 2nd in the final. So he almost beat
Heroes.
It was Heroes, yeah.
It was Heroes.
And 3rd place that year, I will have you know, Mariette.
Yes.
So yeah, 2nd in 2015. He competed again in 2017 with a song. I'm just not going to try to butcher names anymore. Placed 3rd in the final. And his most recent appearance was in 2019, where he came 4th in the final. So if that's saying anything, he will get 5th in the final this year. He got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. He's going to get 5th this year. I'm calling it now. I hope he doesn't, but that's where I'm calling it.
So you know that meme where it's like, what's an opinion that's gonna get you into this state? And it's Flynn Rider with a whole bunch of shit. I don't like this.
I don't either. Don't worry.
Okay.
I thought with the meme you were gonna go, Mom, can we go get Kino? No, we have Kino at home.
Kino at home.
I mean, no disrespect. I believe it's Adam Wood who does the Sami chanting. I mean, no disrespect to him because that's my favorite part of the song. Unfortunately, this just feels like it's trying to be Kino too much.
I agree.
And a lot of that for me personally, so sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
For a lot of that for me comes from John Henrik Fjällgren rather than the other 2 people in this group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I felt like without Adam Wood, this in my personal rankings would have been like in the bottom 60, in the 16th. Since we're talking about 16 songs today. I felt like Adam Wood was kind of carrying the song through. I
believe it's him. I want to double check and make sure.
Please. But yeah, no, honestly, the Sami singing is it Sami? The traditional singing was my favorite part of it.
The traditional singing, yes. So it is not Adam Woods.
Who is it?
I'm
I guess
done.
Arc North then.
I believe so.
Sure.
I don't know if it's Arc North either. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. Continue.
While
your...
Logan's figuring it out, I'll just say, aside from that, the vibe is cool. The voices are solid. I really like the staging. But again, major Kano energy with Spirit in the Sky.
Yeah. And even Monument, honestly.
Yeah. Actually, I get Monument more than Spirit in the Sky, actually. Yeah.
Sure. I am trying to figure out who this man is, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. And whoever's doing the traditional stuff, good for you.
Please comment and clarify to us.
Someone for the love of God, because I don't know. But regardless, not my favorite song.
Not my favorite song either.
Next up, the winner of Heat 2, we have Maria Soar. The song is Never Give Up. This is her first time competing at Melfest because she, I don't know if you're familiar with her story specifically.
I am familiar with her story.
So she is a Ukrainian refugee who moved to Sweden, I believe, not that long ago.
Wow.
And is now competing, won her heat with a really, really good song.
It's a good song.
It's ever so slightly bland.
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect. For me, I think most of it comes from the staging. I didn't love the staging personally, but I understand the staging given the context of her and the song.
I also at a couple moments in the song too, there were a couple pitchy moments, and especially towards the end, you can hear her voice get tired.
Yeah. But with that said, I really enjoy the song.
Yeah, I enjoy the song too.
I've had it stuck in my head for the longest time, so that tells you something.
Yeah, I feel like this is a more like evolved and more realized and better version of I Am What I Am.
Yes. This is what Emma Musket was trying to do. I could not agree with you more, and I did not make that comparison until now. And I love that comparison, honestly. Cool. Good for you, Maria. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're doing this. Next up is going to be the winner of Heat 3, and that's Marcus and Martinus with the song Air.
This is really catchy. I don't know. I really like this.
Vladana outsold. No, I'm kidding. I've been waiting to say that. No, this is a good song. It's a good song. Like, I'm going to be real genuinely honest here. I don't know how this won the heat. Actually, I do. That's a lie. The staging won the heat.
The staging was really good, actually.
The staging is good.
Yeah, the vocals were solid. It could have been better. It could have been better.
Definitely
the vocals could have been better. But the song itself, I enjoy.
Yeah.
I thought it was very nice at the start. Like, it kind of captivates you with this kind of mellow energy.
Yeah.
It almost gave me similar notes to Kami Kami. Like, in terms of the vibes, I don't know. And ironically,
are you just saying that because Kami in Armenian means
is wind? I don't know. I got a bit, just a bit.
My love, normally I'm on board. I'm not going to get on board with this one. I don't see it.
I'm not saying like, oh, it's as good as Kami Kami, but I'm just saying there are elements in both of them, no pun intended, that are similar.
Okay. I accept that. I don't agree, but I accept. I mean, yeah, they're Swedish twins.
They are. Also, so when one of them kind of belted out that high note towards the end, and when each of the twins show their moments, one of them belts out the word air, and the vowel placement is weird.
Air.
Because they're holding the no on the a instead of the eh.
They're Swedish. What can you expect?
Right.
We have come to the point in our program where we have the honor and privilege of discussing
the hamburger.
The hamburger. It's Loreen. She's back. I, for one, am so thrilled. Genuinely so thrilled. The song this year is Tattoo. Obviously, everybody in the world knows that she competed at Eurovision 2012 and won with Euphoria. And up until 2022 was the number one song in the ESC 250. She is now the number 2 song in the ESC 250. I will say, what?
Wait, who's number 1 now?
Slow-mo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Chanel was the only person strong enough to beat her.
That's crazy.
So, I will say as well, this is Loreen's 4th time competing at Melfest. Obviously, she won in 2012. She did compete the year prior in 2011 with the song My Heart Is Refusing Me. It's a great song. Go listen to the song. She did not make it out of her second chance heat, however. And her last time competing at Melfest was in 2017 with, again, one of my favorite songs, Statements. She also did not make it out of her second chance heat. And I believe, I'm going to double check really quick. I believe in 2012, she, oh no, she automatically qualified. I was like, I don't know if she automatically qualified.
She won the heat, she won the grand final, she won the semifinals, she won and of course she won Eurovision.
Well, it was incredibly important that she qualified automatically, because everyone was like, if she goes into a semifinal, her track record is not good in semifinals. However, Loreen is Loreen, and this is
Loreen's Loreening.
Loreen is Loreening. She's mothering. She's hamburgering. It's all. She's getting invaded by stage invaders. All of it. My favorite part about the whole stage invading thing is that she was like, "Oh yeah, I thought he just wanted to like," and I honestly, I live for that. And then she was like, "No, I mean, I understand why he did it. These causes are important, and there's no bitter malice." And that's why I'm like, Loreen, you are one of my favorite people alive. I will also say, I'm just gonna say when. I feel like we all know that she's probably gonna win Melfest. When she wins, I'm gonna say when. I'm just gonna say when. When she wins, she will actually be the second Moroccan person to be competing at Eurovision this year, which I think is really fun and lovely. Alongside Lazada from France, who's Moroccan and Canadian.
Yes.
I mean, what is there to say about this song? It's
amazing. It's great.
It's so fucking good.
Staging's great. Amazing voice.
Staging.
I feel like okay, I haven't fully listened to My Heart Is Refusing Me and Statements in depth. But between Euphoria and Tattoo, I feel like Tattoo, she has a whole bunch of like rasp in there, which I really love.
Yeah. She had a lot of it. She had a lot of that same rasp. If you listen specifically to her final performance of Euphoria in Baku, she has a lot of that rasp as well. Statements, not as much. Statements was a lot darker of a song, and I think that's why it didn't do as well at Melfest as people expected her to do in 2017. My Heart Is Refusing Me kind of goes more along the lines of Euphoria. My favorite Loreen song is actually I'm In It With You.
Oh.
It's such a good song. But God, I mean, I'm mad at this song because it's so good.
It's amazing. And I can't wait to see this in Liverpool.
I hate that you get to see this in Liverpool. I'm genuinely upset about it.
Tentatively.
But, well, we've come to the point in our program where we must give out points for the final time in the national selection season. Points. We each did 2 honorable mentions. Again, remember this is across all 16 competitors from the semifinals and the finals.
Sorry.
I'm just killing time at this point. So while I'm killing time, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the lovely and cute things, because trust, we have way more Eurovision content on the way. And I will say as well, if you would like to be a part of our Cup televote experience, extravaganza, eleganza, fantabulousness.
Boom.
DM us on Twitter, because we're in the process of working on, once we have all 37 songs, we're going to do our jury rankings and televote rankings, and I would like to see who wins among the Cup people. So if you're watching and you want to give opinions on 37 songs after March 15th, DM us and let us know. So, for the final time, you can begin.
Excuse me. So, like mentioned before, we each have 2 honorable mentions. So, I'm going to start with my honorable mentions. I'm going to preface this by saying they fell there. It's going to be Where Did You Go by Kiana and Mariette with Never Give Up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Valid. My honorable mentions are going to be Where You Are for the Sami chanting alone. It's the only reason it's there. And Paul Ray Royals.
Sure.
Yep.
My 1 point is going to be going to One Day, which makes me really sad. Again, it fell there. I'm like looking through this now. I'm like, this actually is like a decently strong final for me.
Of the 16 songs we're discussing, it's a very strong selection.
Yes.
Of the 28 that competed, I've heard it's more of a mid. But I also haven't listened to all the songs. So
I haven't listened to it either. But.
With that said, my 1 point is actually going to go to Kiana.
Sure. Yeah.
For the vocals alone.
Yeah. My 2 points are going to be going to Smash Into Pieces with 6 Feet Under. I know.
Whoa. Okay.
I know.
All right. My 2 points are going to go to Air.
Wow. Sorry, actually, let me do some.
There are 8 songs I preferred over this song.
Sorry. I realize I'm like, I should probably make some changes here too. That we will get to later. Boom. Okay. Okay. Wait, we're almost done. Cool. Okay, so sorry about that. My 3 points will be going to Tennessee Tears with Now I Know.
I didn't rank them, and I'm really sad about it. Yeah. I think this is the first time I haven't ranked it.
You should have switched them. You should have switched John Henrik and everyone out with.
I really thought about it, but they were on the bubble for me. What sold me, I preferred the chanting to the harmony. That's honestly what it was for me.
Sure.
My 3 points. Love you. So happy you're here, Maria Soar. Never give up.
Sure. Yeah. My 4 points are going to be going to Royals.
Okay. Valid. Clean. Concise. No. The English words quote. My 4 points are going to go to Panetoz.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to kill me. My 5 points. Actually, maybe that won't kill me as much. My 5 points are going to be going to Air.
Okay. Valid. My 5 points, and I wish it was higher, but it fell there. It's going to be Smash Into Pieces.
Sure.
I really enjoy it.
Sure. Wait, let me change stuff again. So sorry.
Changing.
Change. Boom. Boom. I'm like, no, because as we're going through this, I'm like, wait. Okay.
Valid.
Okay.
Valid.
My 6 points are going to be going to On My Way by Panetoz.
Sure. My 6 points are going to Mariette. One Way.
So we have the same top 5 then. Or top 4. I think we have
I would hope so.
My 7 points are going to be going to Theoz with Maravdig.
Same. Anyway. Okay, now I think we have the same top 3. Which means we have the same top 4.
8 points for the show. 10 points go to Sekelius.
I'm really sorry to do this because, she's mother. She's a goddess.
Don't do this.
Angel. No. I love Sekelius so much. I could not. I love this woman with every fiber of my being. It's tattoo.
It's tattoo.
It's tattoo.
It's tattoo. It's tattoo.
It's tattoo, guys.
But is it tattoo?
I didn't know what you were doing at first, and it makes me really happy now that I get it. I mean, tattoo.
Tattoo.
I don't regret that decision, but it was really difficult because I wanted to give my 12 points to Tony Sekelius.
Right.
I didn't last year, I don't think.
I did not.
I think she got my 8 points because I remember
Cornelia
everyone was so
got
mad at me because I gave 10 points to Cornelia because I gave 12 points to Faith Kakembo. That is my queen as well.
Yes.
Could you imagine if Faith Kakembo was in this lineup and then I had to decide between Loreen, Tona, and Faith Kakembo?
Right.
I would not have been able to. They all get 12 points. For the first time in Cup history, all 3 of these mothers.
We have a tie.
We have a tie. A 3-way tie. I would have done it. Genuinely, I would have done it. So that is that. We are done with National Selection season. Yay! I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Eris for coming on for a singular episode. And I want to thank Lewis for doing part of it as much as he could do because he's a lovely, wonderful individual who may or may not be backstage right now watching this. So you know what? We're gonna pop Lewis in. Hi, Lewis.
I literally got home midway through the episode. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit in the background and watch.
Well, next steps. Once we have all 37, it's going to be diving in to all of that. We are going to be doing a 4-part coverage of the 37 songs for this year. So make sure to watch out for all of that. We will hopefully have 2 or 3 people from us on the ground in Liverpool. While I am taking finals and then going to DragCon LA. So, with that, thank you for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things.
Get your
Whatever,
merch.
whatever. Buy merch.
I need to buy mine.
I also need to buy mine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Euphoria.
From now until the end of time. And now another you and I.
Statements.